Good morning. This is Bill from Audi Europe in Naples on a lovely Naples Wednesday morning. It's not too muggy. It's not too anything. There's no insects around. There's a nice chill in the air. Not even the roosters are going this morning. Thank God. I could hear them all last night congregating and doing their rooster thing. But this morning they're nice and quiet. And this car is kind of nice and quiet, certainly in its own way. It's unassuming anyway. This is a B6 generation. I think they call it an H8 because it's the convertible. All these sort of internal nomenclatures for the German cars. This is an Audi S4 Cabriolet. One of only about 2,100 they brought to the country in 2005, and a shockingly expensive car back then that frankly just doesn't look like what it is. And you know, it's sort of Audi kind of gave us the real sleeper with this thing. I mean, if Chevy had made a Camaro, you know, with these statistics in '05, and well, frankly, they probably did, it would have been a lot flashier. Ditto BMW and certainly ditto Mercedes. Audi, you know, they're kind of subdued engineers. They probably don't have much of a sense of humor. You know, they're building these things to be purpose-built, not to be flashy, not to be, you know, calling for attention as they go down the road. So, you know, here's this sort of white, unassuming convertible. It obviously has big wheels. It's got things like aluminum wing mirrors, the Auto Union badge in the front, the xenon lamps, and you know, that's about it. That is all that distinguishes this 340 horsepower V8 powered Cabrio, you know, from the fairly standard two-cylinder turbo models that are flying all over the place. I mean, this thing is a fire-breathing monster, made to compete with the M3, made to compete with the CLK 55. You see that little S4 badge in the grille. You know, of course, the big 18-inch alloy wheels, giant dinner plate brakes. Otherwise, there you go. It's just sort of another Audi going down the road. Yeah, there's some interior touches as well. But Audi is definitely doing the whole German subdued thing with this car. Doesn't even have a wing spoiler on the back. I mean, you know, I've got an old Jag out front. They put a wing that would have been, you know, perfect on a Camel GT car. Audi actually built something that runs over 150 miles an hour, does 0 to 60 in 5-ish seconds. And, you know, they resist the temptation to even put a little spoiler on the back of it. God bless them. There you see the big twice pipes, the S4 badge. That's going to be one of the few indications to the people on the street what lurks underneath. And of course the top goes down. You know, pretty neat stuff all around. So anyway, let's just start going. Now this is an Ibis white. That's a color that came out later for Audi, but it might as well be. It's the same damn color. I just don't know what they named it in '05. Anyway, you can see it has a nice sized trunk. Audi claims you can fit a set of golf clubs in there front ways using the pass-through into the back seats. You've got this little lever here, very BMW style. I don't know how the hell you pull it out. There it is. And if you push, no, you know what? I don't even know how this thing works. I'm not even going to do that. All right, so in the BMW, pull that out, pull it down. I started to do that and it pulling out. But anyway, you can push this big guy forward here and get a lot more trunk space. Of course, when you do that, the top won't go down, but you can't have your cake and eat it too. Otherwise, for a 4-seat convertible, very useful trunk. Nice to be able to get stuff in and out of there, and everyone will be fairly chipper with that. All right, now let's have a look under the hood, because this, frankly, is what makes this car incredible. Okay, so there it is. Under the hood of this fairly unassuming A4 lurks a double overhead cam, 40 valve, 340 horsepower, 4.2 liter V8. Incredible. The earlier S4s had sort of twin turbo V6s that the purists like. They got crabby when people put the 8s in them, when Audi put the 8s in them. They're like, no, that's not what it's for. Man, the hell with it. Give me a V8 every time. Look at the way they shoehorned this incredible engine. You know, the same one out of the A8, the big sedan, into this sort of little convertible. Torque up the yin-yang, horsepower, You know, it has a torque curve as flat as Kansas. I mean, for the minute it hits like 3,000 RPM, you've got full torque all the way through the red line. Where it puts out its 340 horsepower. So it is an awesome, awesome machine under the hood of this car. That's made into a 6-speed automatic with Tiptronic, nice and easy to shift. Some of these cars were manual. In fact, I think quite a few of them were, which is great. But, you know, some guys out there, at least from what I can tell, aren't really, you know, able to buy the manuals if their wives are going to be driving them too, unless they got pretty sporting wives. Anyway, pretty amazing to pop the hood of this thing and see a giant V8. Absolutely love it. Look at the stainless looking aluminum wing mirrors. Beautiful. Audi puts the stainless around the windshield, the aluminum stainless look. Gorgeous. Really, really nice feature. You can see here when the top's down, these are the rollover protection the car has, so in the event of calamity, something's going to pop up and give you head protection. Okay, so now inside this car, you also get another taste of this being a little bit of a special version. You can see these beautiful sport seats, absolutely gorgeous. Love the black with the white piping. They're, of course, dual power. Back here, you've got, you know, you're not going to fit two big adults back there unless they're Canadians. They'll be happy. But otherwise, you know, the kids, you can sit them back there, go for ice cream while you're doing quarter-mile runs under, you know, 14 seconds, well, around 14 seconds. You know, smaller people, no issue. You know, or anyone that you just don't care. You just stuff them back there and tell them to shut up. You're the one who's driving. You're the important guy. You know, again, all very subdued. You've got this sort of dark trim, dark door panel, nice soft materials, leather inserts that try their best not to look like leather. You've got your memory seat stuff down here, your trunk, and I don't know what that thing is there. I have actually no idea what that looks like. Some sort of sonar going off. It's like a button they would have had in Kid and Knight Rider. I'm gonna have to look into that. But, you know what that is? It's probably that motion sensor shut off or something if the car gets towed, God forbid. Anyway, your power mirrors, your four-way windows, your all four at once windows, all very, very cool. Let's hop in this thing. You know, I've done it again. I've left the keys inside again. So, yeah, hold on, going to grab them. All right, so the keys are back, and keys we have. Look at this. I mean, I've got 37 cars in the back getting ready. Of those, like 28 came with one key, if I was lucky. This thing came with 3, 2 master and a valet, so pretty damn impressive. All right, let's get in and fire it up. There you hear that big V8 fire up with a bit of a growl. Very, very nice. Of course, it gives you that Audi German beeping because, well, why? Because that's just the way the Germans do it. They love having cars that beep at you. Okay, here you can see a very simply laid out instrument cluster. You've got your water temp, your fuel, driver information stuff. Interestingly, we just turned 62,000 miles in this car. You can see the stationary apply foot brake while selecting gear. That comes from that whole Audi 60 Minutes fiasco. We're essentially in the 80s, 60 Minutes did a hit job on this company by, you know, making a segment where it made it look like Audis were possessed by the devil. You just hop in one and it would start, you know, flying off and kill everybody with unintended acceleration. Well, they did survive that. The brand almost went away because of it, but they survived. And, you know, they went on to build cars like these with actually a ton of intended acceleration. Over here we've got automatic headlamps, nice, work very, very well. You've got kind of a sporty, but again, not insanely sporty steering wheel with the paddles, the flippity flips. You got all your stalks there for cruise. You got your wipers over on this side. I haven't tried these cup holders. That's always dangerous. It's not a cup holder. I just put a place to put sunglasses, assuming they have a very narrow profile. You might be able to fit a small 9mm in there, but it's going to have a pretty narrow profile to get in there. electronic stability program. One thing that's nice about this car is it's a true driver's car in the sense it doesn't have tons of different suspension programs designed to take all the joy of driving. Well, that's not true. That's not fair to say, but it gives you more control. I mean, you're never going to break it loose. It's a Quattro system. It's all-wheel drive, and if you break it loose, you're going to be way out of luck. But it does give you a bit more purity of driving than the Benzes or the BMWs that have all the different suspension programs and the different magneto rides or hydraulic rides, the shocks. This uses very traditional double aluminum wishbone McPherson struts up front. It uses an aluminum multi-link suspension in the back. It is a much more pure sport suspension in this car. As a result, it rides a little stiff on those big 18-inch tires, but if you want a sports car, that's what you want. And if you put on a nice set of smooth running tires like Continentals, it won't feel that much different from a standard A4. One thing I've never liked about Audis is all that weird red backlighting. They've always loved that. I'm not a big fan. They say it looks great at night. That's fine. If you're an Audi guy, you like it, fine. But I don't know. I don't. It just kind of gives me the creeps. It's a bit too. Looks like something out of a 1990s Cessna. You can see all the different controls for your in-dash CD and cassette. Radio, Audi Symphony sound. It has Bose or whatnot. It all sounds great. Down here you've got your double-side climate control, your defrost front and rear. There's your lovely, shifter mechanism with the Tiptronic. You've got over here more, what does this do? Nav. It's got some sort of navigate. Where does it come up? And it's got navigation. I don't know exactly how, so let's see. It must be like a telematic. I press nav key to continue. Nav. I haven't even checked this. Let's see. Settings at cluster lane, current street. Let's try. So we've got a volume knob that's a little sketchy. Compass. I don't know. Okay, so it's nav without a map. Apparently, is what it is. So the hell with it. We'll look into that and figure it out. Okay, what do we got down here? In-dash cup holders, lovely, that can lift up. You got stuff behind it, all very nice. Of course, dual-side airbags. You got your books in there. There's another plastic key. I mean, this thing has keys everywhere. Self-dimming mirror with the compass in there. All your lights up here, your HomeLink garage doors. Nice. Let's run the top. I should not have unbuckled my seatbelt because now it's just going to beep while I run the top. Alright, so up comes the top cover. Up comes this fabric hard roof, all very nice. Audi's put the latches way up high so you can't see them while you're driving. Top cover goes back down, rear of the top goes down, and down comes the front and seals into place. Keep your finger on the button and all four windows go up. Okay, now again, getting into the lack of, humanity at Audi, the lack of the joy of, convertibles. The top on this thing is exceptional, every bit as good as the CLK on the Mercedes in terms of sealing. So when you have the top up, you're really not going to have a clue you're in a convertible, which is fine because sometimes convertibles can feel a little weird. I mean, if you're driving one and you're going to go to a business meeting, it's a little bit like, going with a Hawaiian shirt on. With this thing, you kind of still get to have that adult, proper look. Nobody's going to sort of look at you and think, wow, he's a bit, on the outside. You still get to have this sort of forward momentum, stern-faced sense of, business while driving a drop top, which Audi has done a pretty good job with. Anyway, perfect black soft cloth soft top, glass rear window with defrost. Nice and tight, everything perfect. Doesn't look like it got used too often, and ready to go. Let's go for a spin. There's big, good-looking alloys. Oh, damn, one thing I wanted to show you in the trunk, which was quite cool. This is something you're not going to see in a lot of cars. Look at that, full-size spare tire on a proper matching alloy. Good luck finding that on other cars. seatbelt on, maybe it'll stop binging at me. God only knows, I could hope so. We've got Audis everywhere, white ones especially. 4 rings of Auto Union. I did an A4 video a while back, and I'm not sure if any of you saw it, but I did a big thing on the history of Audi, which is a bit of a weird car company. Have very weird roots. The 4 rings are essentially the joining of 4 different automobile companies. They added a 5th later. Okay, so very quiet inside, very subdued. There's our backlighting. You just don't, you don't feel like you're in a rocket ship. Again, if you were in a Camaro, you'd already know you had a big V8 under the hood. But you do feel that torque. I mean, that's like 8th throttle, and you get this instant sort of pull. Let's see if any of these nitwits will let me out today. All right, so I'm not in any kind of sports setting. Just leaving it standard, putting it in D. I'm not even shifting manually. It has nice light steering. You know, under the hood, again, you've got double overhead cam, you've got variable valve timing, you've got, variable intake runners, you've got 40 valves, 5 valves per cylinder. I mean, again, it is a monster. Listen to that thing. And man, it just keeps pulling and pulling all the way up to its governed speed of 155. The guy in the Venza thought we're racing him, as if I give a crap. Oh my God, he's gonna get ahead of me. Anyway, whatever. So, I mean, what you've got is this sort of unassuming, 340 horsepower, high-tech V8 hot rod, a true hot rod in the truest sense of the word, a real pony car from Germany, that you could take home to your wife, and she's not gonna have a clue that you thwarted her idea of having just a nice cruiser. I guess ditto husband if, the woman's got the little bit of a lead foot. If you're buying a condo car down here in Naples, you can get this thing, and, nobody will be any the wiser that you're some sort of traffic scofflaw or degenerate, just waiting to, start doing quarter-mile runs down the street and take it to the Nürburgring. Man. And again, being a Quattro, it absolutely sticks to the road. The pull is incredible. And it just sticks to the road like nothing else. I mean, it is ready to go. That's the one thing this has over the BMW or the CLK 55. I mean, those are all great cars, but try going down a snowy mountain pass in the middle of February in a sporting manner. With the Quattro, you can. With the BMW, you're going to be, doing everything you can just to keep it in the road. The Audi, you'll be doing everything you can just to kick it out a little bit. I mean, it just sticks to the pavement. So, anyway, this is an amazing car. 2005 Audi S4 Cabriolet, finished in a beautiful Arctic white outside, lovely black sport leather inside, 62,000 miles on the clock. If I remember right, it's a one-owner Carfax, but don't hold me to it. I don't remember. We got 3 keys, we got books, the car's in great shape. 2,100 made, so I would say it's definitely something that could well become a collector piece over time. $56,000 A4 back in 05, so there you go. Neat car, dependable, fun, V8 powered German pony car. You have an interest, give us a call, 239-298-8000, on the web at aenaples.com. Thanks so much for having a look. We really appreciate it. We'll see you with the next one. Take care.